Have you ever wondered what the biggest reason is for someone to answer a cold call and to be actually interested in what you have to offer them? This doesn't have to be in the financial space. This is just across the board. Because the things that I'm seeing work they pretty much have the same few reasons. One is that it's relevant to the person. Hey, I'm not calling you out of the blue. I've done some research. Like, hey, I know that people in West Palm Beach, Florida need a fucking trust. So what can we do to get you a trust? Or what can we do to maybe, and you can't really cold call about a trust, by the way. Hope you're not doing that. A lot of people in West Palm Beach, Florida need to have some estate planning and really need to consider taxes when they're doing that. When's the last time you got a second opinion on your estate planning to make sure you're not going to pay 7 figures in taxes? That's relevant. That's pertinent. It's a bit on the nose, not something that I think would be appropriate for a cold call because you really want to dig in that cold call. And I want to give a shout out to Giulio Segantini. He is the person who we have modeled in our cold calling for the past 3 years. Ever since we kind of got tuned into his system, it's been very good. So the way we approach every cold call or building a list of people who to cold call, and this is an approach you can take regardless of what industry you're in. If you're a financial advisor or if you're in the freaking garage repair business, the commercial garage repair business, okay? The reason for calling has to be relevant to, not to you, to the prospect. They have to know the number one thing is you call someone immediately, like a few days after their garage explodes. Okay? That is the number one thing. You're just calling them at the right time, right place, and all the stars are aligning. You can also make the assumption that if someone's had a garage that you knew got repaired, or maybe they posted about it getting repaired or getting redone 10 years ago, that, and again, I'm speculating here, but the garage might need to be repaired. It's been 10 years. You're able to find that data based on their website, or maybe based on the Facebook post, or based on some piece of material that's been publicized on the internet in a data point. So those are some of the things that we try to create a parallel relationship to when we're calling for financial advisors. One, like, is this person working with our competitors? Two, have they met with their advisor recently? Sometimes we're able to find that data. Sometimes we're really not, but we know that the person's in a good location. We know that they fit certain criteria because they live in a good location. And yeah, can you generally identify net worth? You can be 50% accurate. It has you're going to find someone's home value, and then you're going to find like a Zillow value, and you might get like a recently appraised value, and then you can extrapolate from that. Maybe you can find a person's income level based on the job description they currently work at. Maybe the company, maybe it's public if it's a large company, or maybe you can find what a competitor's paying and then just base it off of that. But still, you're going to find difficulty in knowing all of that stuff. So that's why location's important. Secondarily, tertiary, that means 3 for those of you who don't understand. Offer. So third level, kind of that, I wouldn't say it's the last thing to consider. I would say it's right below location is the offer. What are you doing that makes you unique to what they currently have? And what makes it compelling to someone if they're in this location? Like, hey, we know that you do that, so we include a free estate plan or free kind of trust asset allocation plan. Something that makes it relevant to those West Palm Beach, Florida prospects who need a trust, or to those people who are in Detroit who have their homes appraised for $1. We don't know. You just want to have an offer that's relevant to those people if they fall into that category. Or maybe you discover during your conversation with the prospect that there are certain things that make it more worthwhile for you to offer the financial plan under the lens of a tax strategy plan based on the conversation. And so adjusting that offer on the fly, but keeping that idea that you need to make this different from what they currently have in a way that makes it unique is important. In line with this offer, it's very difficult to create a financial advisory offer that is too good to say no. Like, hey, we're going to offer you this for free, because you can't even rarely can you use the word free. What you can do, what I've seen done, are offering something under certain circumstances of you getting paid, or maybe trying to find a way of not getting paid by the prospect, or making that as easy as possible for the prospect to say, you know what, this is a no-brainer, I'm not even paying for it. Making it seem real, though. A lot of advisors just pitch fixed index annuities, and then they just say, oh, you don't pay me, that company pays me. As a person who's buying that, by the way, if you haven't considered how that sounds, as a person who's buying that, it sounds highly suspicious. Like, that is too good to be true. Like, what are you talking about? The other company's paying me, but I'm buying what they're selling. So how do you get paid? Oh, they paid you? Well, where's that coming from? Why aren't you telling me that? So those are the things that you want to try and use language that avoids the trigger point of, hey, this sounds too good to be true, and I'm not an idiot, Mr. Advisor. You want to really avoid those things. Just by the by, especially when you're trying to do lead generation and appointment setting. So have the idea in mind that there's been things used before. They create distrust. They create a bad taste in someone's mouth. Avoid those, but kind of on the same, within the same thought process, what are some other things that you might be able to do to your current offer to make it a bit more appealing to someone who might have a financial advisor at BlackRock, or might have a financial plan put together by a planner at Vanguard. So they're pretty well off, but they need something that makes it sound like what they have is not currently fitting, or might be falling short of the mark that you're setting. Food for thought. Those are the three things that we categorize. Those are the three things we try to categorize when we're calling people, especially when we're doing cold calling, especially when we're doing appointment setting, because those are the things that really matter when we're calling those people and trying to get them to the next step. If you're looking for more appointments, you want to get more leads, you want to do it on a performance basis, i.e., you only pay when these people show up, they're interested. You want a little bit more, check out our website. If you want to know more by us spamming you over YouTube, drop a comment, because we'll send you 10 million YouTube messages. My name's Aaron. We help advisors get more clients by using appointments and leads to fill their calendar with easily closable deals. If you want to learn a little bit more about how we work on a performance basis with our clients, check out our website. Take care.